Energy doesn't. Sometimes it, and at most it, energy is created, shaped, and shared. Sometimes even like this. Using energy wisely is a simple act which leads to the creation of new ideas about energy. Energy is what it becomes. Let's give new life to energy.
On this episode, the birth of an Italian hero in Manhattan and a tailored cuisine with Chef Rosanna. Then, John ELKANN's defining career at FIAT, plus a book review from FRED GARDAPHE, with a look at some events around town, all on iItaly, New York.
In early 2013, I was presented with two incredible opportunities: designing a symbol for Italy in New York on the occasion of the Year of Italian Culture, and also a public art project in the middle of Manhattan.
My role as curator was to look back to the future. There's a strong retrospective thrust in Saracino's work and in today's art practice. There are basically two camps: artists using archaeology directly and artists using the past indirectly as a metaphor for history or politics. And Antonio belongs to this latter group.
Helen and I had collaborated any number of times on projects. As it happened, she called me and had asked if I was working on any projects currently that might consider accepting a piece of art being donated by the Italian government as part of the Year of the Cultural Exchange. And I gave it some thought, and we were completing the plaza at 1095 Avenue of the Americas, and I thought that that was a great opportunity to have a piece of sculpture in the plaza.
When we met Antonio, we were, I think, a little bit scared because we didn't know exactly what his idea was, but also intrigued because he has a very kind of magical energy about him. He hit a nerve with us with this idea of the remaking of the David sculpture, and I think his passion for the project and his energy kind of kept us on the line as he went through different iterations. And then when we finally saw some of the visual images of what we ended up with now, we got pretty excited.
At the time, I was asked by the Italian embassy to look at the Michelangelo's David as an inspiration. Clearly, the Magnum reference was very intimidating. Yet, I was so honored to create a symbol that could represent a permanent gift from my native Italy to New York City, that I accept the exceptional opportunity.
See the crystal structure of the material?
Yeah, it's very crystalline and bright.
There is a lot of Italian in this company. The machinery made from cutting marble, everything is from Italy, except this beautiful marble that Mother Nature made 600 million ago in Vermont. We are inside the Derby Quarry, the largest underground marble quarry in the world. This is a small office, it's just very close to the entrance, that was opened 110 years ago. The material, the blocks that we have quarried for Antonio is coming from this area. It is called Upper Imperial Quarry.
We have always celebrated in our civilization around the globe the myths of the superhuman and our ability to supersede our limited physical condition with our limitless inner potency. The Bible tale of the young Israeli king David and the giant Goliath has galvanized generations. David defeats Goliath with his limitless faith.
When I think about the project, I think probably the things that stand out to me is probably the manufacturing process. The cutting of the stone and going to the quarry and seeing the transformation from these raw blocks of stone into this, I guess, fabulous finished product. So that's probably something I'll take away from this project.
Working with our team here, there was tremendous involvement from everybody to get the level of precision necessary to accomplish this amazing statue. There was the fabrication of it, there was the positioning of all the pieces, there was the steel rods that had to go inside of it that had to be positioned exactly. There was the drafting aspect of this and the modeling of this which needed to take place so we could understand exactly how this whole thing would go together prior to putting any piece on top of another piece. The assembly, the lifting, the handling, it challenged us in every possible way that you could be challenged in our industry.
My firm was contacted to design the structural engineering aspect of the statue, and we worked with Antonio in the past, and we know he does very unique pieces, and we're really excited to work on this. And like everything else in the project, it's been a fun and exciting challenge to design this sculpture to meet the needs of the client and to make it a truly beautiful art piece.
Initially, the project involved only the hero from the past, referring to Michelangelo's David. But equity needed 2 sculptures for its plaza, and thus Superhero was born.
One David made a lot of sense, but since there are 2 entries into the plaza and we had a requirement for 2 pieces, we tasked Antonio to come up with something that was more meaningful than another David. If Florence could survive for so many years with one David, certainly New York didn't need to have 2. And he did. He came back later with the concept of the Man of Steel.
I was so inspired by that potency. I was inspired to materialize this universal reference in the middle of Manhattan, in the shape of a hero from the past and the promise of a superhero from the future. The Guardians represent 2 symbolic protectors of New York City that celebrate the superhuman and universal inspiration that it channels.
Actually, the Guardians offer New Yorkers consolation, not unlike the 2 famous lions in front of the New York Public Library 1 block away. Mayor LaGuardia actually renamed them Patience and Fortitude in the 30s for the qualities he felt New Yorkers needed to survive the economic depression.
The day-to-day passion that Antonio possessed in meetings and his vision for the sculptures, it was inspiring for everyone on the team. And I think it's a great statement for the plaza and one of the great final pieces for the development.
I know it's the right piece, and I think people will be pleased to see it, and it'll become an integrated part of the plaza itself.
The architectural body is a vital trace in our world. Nothing will speak louder in celebrating a hero and a superhero as 2 custodians of our city.
it's you again. I was just about to make spaghetti.
Spaghetti?
Yes, I was just ready to put it in.
Salt?
No.
No. Water? No bowl?
No, I just put this
No,
in.
no, 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 no. Mamma mia.
Clams with spaghetti.
Spaghetti with clams.
Spaghetti with clams. And what we did first was we warmed the oil, olive oil.
Olive oil.
Then we added the garlic.
The garlic before?
Smush.
Perfect.
Then we added the peppers.
Yes.
Right? Then we let it cook for a little bit.
A little bit, a few minutes.
We take out the garlic and then we add the clams. The tomato comes after the clams. We leave that with a cover because you got to wait until the clams are open.
Yes.
While we were doing that, we were making the pasta.
This is very important.
I've noticed.
Yeah.
You don't leave home without it.
No.
You have to make sure the water comes to a full boil. I learned that today. And do not add the salt in the beginning. Add it after the boil. Then put in the pasta and don't break it.
No,
That's
never,
no good.
never. It's no good.
No good.
You try.
It's no good?
No, a few minutes.
Is that ready now?
No, not really.
Then why do you keep giving it to me? Check on the clams, right? Then when the pasta's ready, pour it into the colander, save some of the water.
Mix, put olive oil.
A little more olive oil.
A little bit parsley.
That's right.
And it's okay.
And then it's perfect.
Enjoy.
It's cooked perfect.
I am Rosanna.
Yes, thank you.
Io sono nato in America, a New York, dunque questo già come punto di partenza. Sono cresciuti i primi anni della mia vita qui, anni in cui i ricordi sono ancora quelli di foto che vedi più che quelli che effettivamente ti ricordi. Ho la fortuna di conoscere l'America da New York a Seattle, è un paese che conosco, dove ho vissuto, dove ho lavorato, e dunque ho un rapporto molto forte che si è rafforzato nel tempo e dove mi sento molto a casa mia. Quando sono in America ci sono varie cose che mi piacciono fare, non so se sono delle abitudini, ma sicuramente quando faccio breakfast la mattina prendo uova che non prendo in generale. Mi piace andare nelle mall e ci scopro sempre delle cose belle da poter comprare. Mi piace andare nei bar che ci sono in quasi tutte le città, che sono i cosiddetti sports bar, dove ci sono tutti questi schermi che fanno vedere tutte le partite, dove uno beve le birre alla spina. E a New York amo molto passeggiare, è una delle poche città al mondo dove effettivamente riesco a passeggiare. Fu per me un'opportunità che mi fece molto inorgoglire, ma soprattutto la presi come quello che era la possibilità di poter imparare, e mi ricordo che il consiglio che mi diede mio nonno era quello di essere tranquillo col fatto che a 21 anni uno non sapeva molto poco, dunque la cosa importante era riconoscerlo e non avere assolutamente nessuna timidezza nel fare tante domande. Mio nonno conobbe l'America a 18 anni, andò in America con suo cugino e ne fu molto impressionato. Da quel viaggio lì fu sempre un grandissimo ammiratore dell'America e riteneva che il nesso con l'America per un paese come l'Italia fosse molto importante. Mio nonno lavorò negli anni '80 per vedere come si poteva trovare un accordo tra Fiat e Chrysler, accordo che non fu trovato, dunque pensare che 30 anni dopo siamo riusciti in qualche modo a realizzare quello che allora era un'idea, un sogno, sono sicuro che lui ne sarebbe e ne è molto felice. Per Fiat avere la possibilità di allearsi e di diventare una nuova realtà con Chrysler ha cambiato le sorti della Fiat per sempre. La Fondazione Agnelli nasce per i 100 anni di mio trisnonno e voleva essere un attore per contribuire al progresso dell'Italia, e negli anni abbiamo deciso di concentrarsi in maniera molto specifica sull'istruzione, perché è mia fortissima convinzione che un modo molto concreto di contribuire allo sviluppo di un paese è quello di avere delle persone che sono ben istruite. Noi abbiamo come famiglia degli interessi nel mondo dell'informazione e come tutti gli interessi in cui ci occupiamo c'è un senso di responsabilità a fare in modo che loro vadino bene. L'informazione sta subendo un momento storico molto affascinante. Il mondo digitale dà molte più possibilità di fare tante cose che prima non avevamo. Allo stesso tempo questo però mette, come quando ci sono i cambiamenti, in grande difficoltà l'esistente. Dunque il nostro impegno è proprio nel riuscire a accompagnare
questa grande scossa.
Come si riesce a subire la scossa, però in maniera positiva per evolvere.
When I first got Maria Labozzetta's latest book, Sometimes It Snows in America, I noticed the cover is a picture of, we don't know who, African-American woman, a black woman, with kind of draped in an American flag. It's a very intriguing cover, and I thought, well, what does this have to do with Italian-American culture? And as I'm reading it, I open up, and it deals with a girl who grows up in Somalia, who ends up coming to the United States. And I kept reading and thinking, you know, what does this have to do with Italian America? But the story is absolutely fascinating. And the reason that she's drawn to this character, I believe, is because she is an immigrant to the United States, coming from the Southern Hemisphere into the United States at a time when her land is beginning to change. Underneath this story, we find really the story of the immigrant to today's America. And it really parallels, it really echoes the story of the Italian immigrant, I think, to the United States in many, many ways. This is a compelling, well-written, well-told story about current immigration to the United States. And it also echoes the type of immigration that's going on in Italy right now.
Thanks to all of you, really, that you're here tonight. This year, more companies penetrate the American market than any year before. We had more missions to and from Italy than ever before. We have more members than ever before. We organize more events than ever before. And this is thanks to you, so I would like to give an applause to you. Thank you very much.
Il fatto che nel 2013 nel board della Camera facciano parte i CEO, i presidenti delle più grandi aziende italiane, testimonia la visione che aveva Claudio nel fare la Camera un'espressione del sistema Italia, ma di un sistema Italia che funziona e che lavora insieme.
È importante anche per l'ONU. Io penso che la rappresentanza deve diventare anche un polo di promozione dell'immagine italiana, non soltanto le cose tecniche dell'ONU, ma l'Italia negli Stati Uniti. Anche la rappresentanza vuole essere parte di questa bella operazione.
Abbiamo scelto l'Ella Golfo perché pensiamo che l'Ella abbia diciamo, messo la prima pietra nella costruzione di qualcosa di importante. Se noi vogliamo sperare in un cambiamento in Italia, questo cambiamento verrà dalle donne. Le donne sono sempre state il fulcro delle nostre famiglie in Italia, sono sempre state al centro. Penso che possano avere lo stesso ruolo in politica e anche nel business.
La mia battaglia è stata a sostegno delle donne. In parte ce l'ho fatta. Le donne oggi entrano nei consigli di amministrazione delle società quotate e controllate, quindi un grande traguardo non solo per le donne, per l'economia del nostro paese e dell'Italia.
Quest'anno presentiamo 2 libri, Primi 10 e Primi 10 Under 40. Questi libri sono fatti per diciamo, promuovere gli italiani che hanno avuto più successo nel 2013, in questo caso, gente da scienziati a chef a direttori d'orchestra, ciascuno che nel suo campo ha fatto qualcosa di straordinario.
Questo gala ogni volta più numeroso. Devo dire ogni volta ci sono molti più giovani e quest'anno addirittura vengono premiati 10 giovani talenti italiani, quindi è una cosa molto bella e sono contenta di essere qui perché effettivamente questa è una manifestazione del sistema Italia tutto intero.
È stata una sorpresa per me l'aver ricevuto questo invito. Molte delle cose che faccio anche in questo momento sono portate al cercare di creare mentorship e role models, quindi l'idea di poter mettere la mia esperienza alla disposizione di altri era una cosa molto interessante.
Primi 10 was an awesome experience. I'm so honored to be part of a new initiative for the Chamber of Commerce. I do hope that this will encourage other young people to continue to work and continue to thrive, because it's not about being recognized, but let me tell you, when you work really hard, it feels really good to be recognized for what you've worked so hard to do.
So, what do you think about your mom?
She's great.
I leave to the earth the impartiality, the will to grow and understand, a severe and fierce look to not offend without reason. I leave my practice on respiration.
Uno potrebbe scrivere anche dentro un carcere, no? Non sono i luoghi, addirittura a volte se hai un panorama straordinario non ti viene neanche voglia di farci una canzone. Però le radici sono importanti per poi essere tagliate.
I sani, gli infermi, i bravi, gli inermi, è un sogno la vita che parsi gradita. Vorrei tornare indietro per rivedere il passato.
The show highlights the most distinctive trait of the artist's work, which is the transparency. It describes the ability of emblemas paintings to interact with the existing light and space. the exhibition features a spectacular group of works by Leonardo from the Biblioteca Reale in Turin. A selection of his drawings presents his work as a scientist and artist. This edition of iItaly TV was brought to you by Colavita Extra Virgin Olive Oil, and European Flavors, promoting organically grown fruits and vegetables in the best European tradition.